Hi, I'm Oliver, age 24, and you're watching How to Draw Really Good. And today is the Halloween special, so I'm going to get my spooky on, and I'm going to draw Jack Skellington from the film Jack Skellington's Big 3D Halloween Adventure, featuring Ghost Dog. Fantastic! Now, some of you might not know, but Jack Skellington is a Skellington, which is quite a coincidence really if you think about it. It's almost as if they knew. So obviously, since he's a skeleton, the first thing we need to do is draw his head. And obviously, as a skeleton, he has a bone for a head. So we're just going to use the boning technique to draw a perfect bone-shaped head. Fantastic! And now we're going to get really complicated, and I'm going to reveal to you a very closely guarded industry technique. I'm going to teach you how to draw skeleton mouths and skeleton eyes. Never been seen before in a drawing tutorial on YouTube, but you're watching it now for free. So, what you need to do is draw a 3D line for the mouth hole, and then do some stitchy across sort of lines across the mouth hole to make it look like teeth. Nailed it. Now, to do skeleton eyes, all you need to draw is a 3D cross where the eye should be, and then, for the other eye, do a slightly smaller squashed cross to give a 3D perspective on the face. Now, you can just take a 3D bone colour and use that on the bone head. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to speed things up a little bit, and I'm going to draw the suit and the hand and the fingers all in one go. Now what you need to think of for this is an elephant's head sort of with its trunk, and then imagine the trunk has fingers on the end, and that'll give you the perfect shape for the arm and the jacket. Now we need to try and make it look like a mirror image and do the exact same thing on the other side. Obviously, if you're not as professional as me and can't make it look identical, what you could do is copy and paste the first arm and just flip it over and use it for the second arm. Sweet, nailed it. Next we need to draw the legs and feet, and obviously skeletons have 2 legs and 2 feet, so you need to accurately represent that on your drawing. I'm going to make one set of toes, or toesies as we call them in the art industry, slightly curvy and round, and the other set slightly spiky and sharp, and this is to give a good sense of 3D dimension and direction to the art piece. We can actually take a 3D black suit colour and colour in the suit. We can also take the same 3D bone colour we used before and use it on the hands, which are also made out of bones. Ugh, so many bones on this drawing, it's practically Bonesville. Ha, if you see what I did there. Anyway, back to the drawing, we're now going to add a 3D bat around the neck of Jack Skellington, which is probably the most recognisable thing that Jack Skellington has going for him. Now we can add some stripes to the jacket and the trousers to add a good layer of textures to the clothes and fabric materials. I'm actually going to speed this along a little bit because it took me about 4 hours to draw all of the lines as accurately and professionally as I do. Drawing time lapse. Yeah, fantastic. That almost looks finished, but there's one thing left to draw, and that is the weird dark black lobster claws that come out of the back of Jack Skellington's head. So basically all you have to do is draw some lobster claws using the lobster clawing technique. Easy. Cool, so that's our character finished. Now we're going to start adding some background and accessorizing the picture. So the first thing we can do is draw a rock for him to stand on using the rocking technique. And basically just draw like a jaggedy line on the bottom and colour it in a 3D rock colour. Ooh, now would be a good time to draw Ghost Dog. And basically the easiest way to think of Ghost Dog is to think of a teabag shape with a horse's head. Now to draw the teabag shape, you want to use the teabagging technique. If you have difficulty getting the teabagging technique identical to mine, there are lots of really great tutorials on Google. It's crazy how much information there is on the internet. Next, you can add the same 3D dead eyes that you used on Jack on Ghost Dog. Remember to do one smaller for the true 3D effect. Next, to draw the mouth hole, you need to use the same head-splitting technique you would use if you were drawing a horse. Obviously, you can have the nose at this stage too. It's basically just a 3D circle on the end of his face. Easy peasy. Cool. So now we're going to add the moon in the background. And basically all you have to do is use the mooning technique to draw a big 3D circular moon and then colour it in a 3D moon colour. Fantastic. Now we can change the background to a nice 3D purple colour, which is famous for Tim Burton's films, like the one about Charlie Nugget and the Chocolate Factory. Now we need to add some 3D stars to the background to make it more interesting. And the best way to do it is to use the 3D hipster spray can tool. Now don't be alarmed if you can't find the hipster spray can tool because it's only in the coolest art programs. So if yours doesn't have it, you could probably take a pencil tool and draw each star individually by yourself. Or buy a professional art program. I mean, if you can't take yourself seriously, then who else is gonna take you seriously? Ugh. Actually, that's a pretty good life lesson, and you can apply it to any situation with anybody. Cool. So, this is finished. I'm just gonna add my name and age to the bottom, and then we'll have a really professional and 3D masterpiece of art. Now obviously, as you know, skeletons can't talk, duh, but I can make it so Ghost Dog is speaking. So I'm just going to add a 3D comic book style speech bubble and I'm going to write the word woof, as that is what Ghost Dog says in the film. Fantastic. I might try to email this to Tim Burton himself so that he can use it in his next film. Awesome. So, as always, let's have a look at how my previous student, Creed, got along with this tutorial. Let's see what he drew. Oh, Creed. He's drawn Slender Man. He's also not done anywhere near enough stars in the sky. It looks really boring and plain, and obviously 2D and flat. Oh god, he's not drawn Ghost Dog, but what he's drawn instead is a Tesco's carrier bag. I think the mistake was he tried to do the teabagging technique, but he got it wrong and he did the Tesco bagging technique. Completely different, Creed. Hopefully next time, Creed will learn how to draw really good. Thank you. T-shirts, t-shirts, you can get it on a t-shirt. Wait, I mean one. You can get it on one t-shirt? You can get it on a t-shirt. Or multiple t-shirts. Maybe you could buy one for your friend for Christmas. Click the enroll button to become a student of Oliver Age 24 and the School of How to Do Everything Really Good. Awesome. Fantastic! Become a student! How to draw really good! Halloween edition! Yeah!